I'm going to read two new poems and then one older one. And I'm not going to do any long preambles. I'm just going to read the fucking poems. So, this is one I wrote a few days ago. I think my wife and Carrie inspired it. It's called Too Happy. We say we're too happy to write any poems. Our usual musings inspired by misery. Our current state of bliss not conducive for an elegy in rhyme. But I say that this is good, that I prefer an empty notebook to one that's filled with ink, finding metaphors for what has died, been lost, finding rhythm in a land bereft of trees, or in a lover waking up to a vacant bed, and a child mourning her mother's funeral, her father hit by shells in a far-off war, burned off the face of an earth filled with poetry. Thank you. This next one might not make a lot of sense to you. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I wrote it anyway. It's called Judas, Caught in Adultery. The windows weren't shut, and you'd never thought to change the sheets the day that she came early. Laugh your way downstairs and leave your knotted scarf as proof. Let them find a gentleman below a ceiling fan, or a character of hell's abode while love still makes you burn. Your reading glasses left intact, yet no one thought to read about the verses or the songs of your upbringing. The Gideons were right, and their books are gilded gold. I'll look for you amongst the 12 and spot you dipping bread. You gathered alms and split the take, but stomped on open hats. While Sally Ann was kind to you, you chose another's breasts. Suckled as a babe within a nest, a starling song above you. Too close and warm to take a leap of faith. Too dead inside to use the wings that saved you. And thank you. Like Joan, I don't have a lot of like Debbie, I don't have a lot of funny poems. Joan has some funny poems. And this last one I'm going to read. I lost my place, so I thank God for putting a contents page in your own book. Kind of ridiculous that I don't even know where my own poems are. But, all right, page 62. This one's called Like Darwin Among the Gods. You may or may not understand this one. It really doesn't matter after all these years. Like Darwin Among the Gods. Christmas. And the word became flesh on our scribbled Scrabble board. An empty bottle of wine and a record strumming chords so calm in lieu of breeze or fire. Calvinist to your random, with stop and go branching out, feebly, with little imagination or points. And we discuss the interconnectedness of all things. How life is tangible, dependent on dice and chance. How the meeting of hearts is wholly decided by the lefts and the rights, the ins and the outs of daily mundane doings. Look, a physicist is born because a young cashier has smiled at a complete and foreign stranger. Had he forgone the pack of gum, you say, he'd have married another woman who'd bear a son that serves hard time. 20 years, no parole, no remorse. Watch the atoms collide at will and all the faces disappear. Observe the cells dividing, for they too will reach dry land. When Reverend Tucker quotes the scriptures, he says, I ain't no ape. Show him how his sins hold fast, how he fails the Lord of mercy, how he strains at gnats, eats camels, ignores the tailbone of his ass. If I leave you, my love, at 10:03, I'll make it home in peace. Write a tender song for you, how your scarlet locks are streams, flowing to and fro in dreams. You'll be enchanted. Consider my proposal. Say yes for all it's worth. But please, don't let me tarry. Say a word or phrase ill thought. For if I go at 10:04, I'll catch a damned red light. My car sideswiped by drunkards. My chest pinned to the wheel. Legs crushed. Spirit floating somewhere to a place of God's own choosing. And it is there, as Dante warned, amid the howls and shrieks of loss, I'll die a second cosmic time from a flash of what should and could have been. Your breath pulsing on in bliss, the ignorance of the not yet dead. Thank you.
I love, the sound of heels, short possum in the wall who once I knew. I paint because joy, because sorrow, because there are children.